Ladies and gentlemen, good morning on this beautiful Saturday. Man, this news right here means a lot to me. Derrick Rose will be given a retirement jersey celebration in Chicago, in his hometown. I'm going to tell you like this. I thought Derrick Rose was going to be the new generated Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? When he first went into the Bulls, becoming the youngest MVP to ever receive an MVP, how he just dominated the offense, played defense, and how fast he was, his fundamentals, his athleticism, and how fast he was. This dude was a bullet. This dude was a bullet. He was a problem when it came to transition, the paint, dunking, putting pressure on the ops. I mean, he was a problem. And he was clutch. He had plenty of clutch shots. Yes, he did. But his injuries, he could have succumbed through his injuries. And he was sat out a lot throughout his career, and even traded to some teams, Detroit, New York, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I can't believe he played with fucking LeBron James, but he did. I think it was LeBron, who else? D. Wade, and a couple of others, if I'm not mistaken. But to be honest with you, if it never would have been because of them injuries, I believe Derrick Rose would have been a couple of times an NBA Finals champion and a couple of times of MVP, because he was just too good. He was just that dude. You could not stop this young man. Yeah, I know a lot of people probably, they're going to say, yeah, but LeBron stopped him when he played them. You know what I'm saying? It took 2 or 3 defenders to block this man every time. Every time he went through transition, every time he went through the perimeter, they had to put 2 or 3 men on him. Because if he went to that basket, if he went into that paint, ain't nobody was going to stop him. And you saw what he did to centers and players that were way bigger than him. He embarrassed them. He polarized them. But as you can see, Derrick Rose, a 15-year NBA veteran, was a standout point guard for the Chicago Bulls, becoming the youngest MVP in league history at the age of 22. During the 2010-2011, that's when LeBron, let me just shut up, season, drafted first overall in 2008. He was a 3-time All-Star, 2009 Rookie of the Year, and an elite scorer known for his immense speed. There you go, I said it. Before suffering major knee injuries. That's what messed up, his knee injuries. Key career highlights and milestones. Chicago Bulls, 2008-2016. Drafted from Memphis at the first overall pick, Rose quickly transformed the Bulls into contenders. Youngest MVP, 2011. In his 2011 MVP season, he averaged a career-high 25 points and 7.7 assists, leading the Bulls to a 62-20 record. Injuries and resilience after his MVP peak, a series of severe knee injuries, ACL in 2012 and meniscus in 2013, significantly altered his trajectory, which is so true. They call this a journeyman phase. Wow. 2016-2024. Following his Bulls tenure, he proved his longevity and adaptability, playing for the Knicks, Cavaliers, Timberwolves, Pistons, and the Glazies. I call them the Glazies, often acting as a valuable veteran scorer. Final status, over 723 regular season games, Rose averaged 17.4 points, 5.2 assists, and 3.2 rebounds. Rose was known for his incredible athletic ability and, despite missing significant time due to injuries, finished a 16-year career in 2024. Wow, bro. If he never would have had these knee injuries with the ACL, meniscus, and all that, his trajectory, his longevity would have been extraordinary, bruh. And I'm not going to sit here and lie. Derrick Rose deserves his flowers. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put it on him because of these injuries that he could have succumbed or surpassed. He was a sensational player, man. And I wish he never would have gone through what he went through. You know what I'm saying? I know he suffered. This man cried. This man went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Him and his family, what they had to put up with. His sacrifices, you know, getting to be able to get that establishment again, for him to even play. You know what I'm saying? I know he felt out of place. I know he didn't feel like the Derrick Rose once he knew he could have succumbed or surpassed these injuries. But for the Bulls and the organization to hang his jersey up high with Pippen and Jordan, you know what I'm saying? And them amazing players, which y'all know Jordan is my GOAT, you know what I'm saying? That's an amazing accomplishment for Derrick Rose, you know what I'm saying? And it's just sad that a young man who was explosive, so athletic, he was the most athletic player when he first was with the Bulls. Let's just call it for what it is. Nobody could have challenged this man. Nobody could have stopped this man. Nobody had the ability or the fastness or even the statistics to even stop this man. This dude was a bullet, bruh. I think he probably was the fastest player in NBA history when it came to, you know what I'm saying, running ability. He was just extraordinary. And that right there is his son following his path into becoming an NBA player. We never know. We might see him in a Bulls jersey one day. And he also said it. The only person that could wear my jersey, if he ever is drafted into the NBA, is my son. And as you can see, that's his family and him right there. You know what I mean? And, man, congratulations, Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like I said, if he never would have endured all these sacrifices and all this pain that he went through and these injuries, Derrick Rose would have been a top of the Mount Rushmore, a top tier in NBA history. I don't care what nobody said. This man had games where he scored 30, 40 points, hit clutch shots. I mean, he was just amazing. It was like a brand new Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Just quicker, faster, you know what I'm saying? With the same athleticism, just shorter, younger, but ready for whatever, wasn't scared of nothing, and took sacrifices with no fear. You know what I mean? And in most cases, he accomplished some and he failed in some. But that game, where the coach should have taken him out, he left Derrick Rose in that game. And when Derrick went down, that was it. Once he grabbed that knee, I knew it was over. I knew it was over. I watched every game that was televised when it came to Derrick Rose. He was just that special. He was that marvelous and unique and just fabulous to watch. No Diddy, no disrespect, no Diddy, bro. I just mean this man's skill level was in another level. It was top notch. Nobody could stop this young man when he was in his prime time with the Bulls. I don't care who says what. LeBron knows it. D-Wade knows it, and so many others that played against this young man right here, they know it. And it's just sad to say, man, that he never won a championship, man. He never, was the MVP to an NBA final. But he will always be remembered and respected for what he did. You know what I'm saying? And for never backing down off an opponent, off a battle, off a matchup. He stood tall every time. Even when he was with these different teams, he wasn't as fast or athletic. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't as you would want him to be, but he still did his thing the best way he could. So I'm giving Derrick Rose his flowers. Congratulations, my brother. I already know, you know what I'm saying? You're a father, you're a husband, you're just gonna lay back and chill. But man, it would have been amazing, man. It would have been beautiful if I would have seen you at least win 2 or 3 championships. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you would have won more. Who knows? But because of your injuries, you know, it was put to a stop, and you never could have accomplished that. But my brother, much respect. I mean, if I don't give you your flowers, I'll be fucking disrespectful, and I'm not going out like that. So congratulations to Derrick Rose, who definitely deserves his jersey to be retired and hung right next to the greats, you know what I'm saying? Michael, Scotty, and all the other greats, you know what I'm saying, that played with the Bulls, man. Congratulations, my brother, and always, God bless you. Peace.